Passport bros are nothing to worry about. It's nothing to get yourself emotionally stressed over. I think it's a blessing when men decide that you are not it flat out up front and don't play any games about you not being a part of their dating pool or the choices that they want to choose from as far as mating goes. Because then it reduces the opportunity of being used and abused by those same men who hide their frustration until they have sex with you. So a lot of us are in pretend relationships with men who really are not attracted, not interested in being with us, but you don't know that until after the intimacy part takes place. You didn't know that he was pretending all the time because he wanted to, get in between your knees. So when these passport bros go, count your blessings. So the problem with the argument that passport bros say that they're going overseas because the women here in America do not want them, to me is a weak argument because, or at least for unattractive girls, because what it seems like is most of the passport bros are unattractive men as well. And they are very hostile towards unattractive women. They are not chivalrous. A lot of times their whole conversation is predatory and they are aggressive in pursuing unattractive women sexually, almost in a demanding way. Imagine being demanding and frustrated at the same time. That's what a lot of these passport bros, that's the energy they give unattractive women over here. So a lot of it is disingenuous what they're saying.
Bitch, sugar-free at Crash Dummy. I ain't the smartest motherfucker in the world, but you just another bitch that need gas money. And this is some news you can use. Bitch, a million motherfuckers wanna be in my shoes. Bitch, I'm a legend in these streets. The better kind. How many of y'all niggas know where y'all bitch at right now? Never mind. Believe everything that bitch tell you, huh? Don't lie to splurge. Boyfriend, pimpin', nigga, shit, what is it? Mine or hers? Mobe then. Your average nigga break his neck to go to your house. Have I ever been there? Okay then. What I'ma give a bitch a pass for? Spent all that time in school and got a job that ain't got nothing to do with you with your class for. Here goes some real sugar-free toughener. If the bitch got a gang of play cousins and play brothers, they fucking her. Sugar-free to pee. Look like the game hurt. If the bitch got 2 or 3 phones, she either a hoe or a brain surgeon. How to write the book, motherfucker. I just read what was in the motherfucker.
Right at the jump, I want to let you know that anyone you're seeing in any kind of relationship or having sex with is not a passport bro, okay? Anybody that you're messing around with, laying up with, is not a passport bro. I don't think you know what a passport bro is. All right, and I think it's a shame that you labeled yourself in a subset of women as plainly ugly and shit. You know, it saves me the trouble. You know, once I sit up here looking at you, I don't know what to make of it and shit. I think, a lot of us are really just tired of your neurotic behavior and your need for attention, your undying need for attention, no matter what you look like, okay? I've seen a bunch of you are just plain fucking delusional, okay? And it gets tiresome and shit. Nobody wants to sit up and we want to go on a fucking date. We don't want to be your therapist and shit, okay? I want to, have a decent conversation with you or whatever. Not you particularly, but you know that, your marketplace value is low. That's why you titled your fucking TikTok video, Passport Bros Are a Blessing of Ugly Girls, okay? Because you consider yourself ugly and shit. I don't know who you're grouping in with you and shit, but I think it's a goddamn shame that you can't get past your fucking neurosis and shit. You don't have the wherewithal to make some changes and shit, psychologically speaking. Alright? I mean, goddamn, everything you're talking about is superficial, okay? And I want to be honest with you, if you met me and shit, I'm gonna fuck you, okay? I'm not gonna take you on no date or nothing. You're gonna eat something after that, okay? Right? And it's no big deal. I remember when I lived on the West Coast, I would talk to women and they would make this big deal about going out to dinner and shit. I never thought about it like that. I was like, well, we're just going to eat, bitch. We're just going to fucking eat. But I had a female tell me like, oh, if a man takes you out to eat, they expect to get some ass. I'm like, well, what the fuck are we living in? What era are we living in? Okay, I thought we were living in the 20th century and shit. Okay, but that's what the chick told me and shit. I was just blown away and shit because usually I banged a lot of chicks before they ate one fucking bite. I didn't try to do it. I wasn't being a cat or a dog or anything like that. And you overestimate your peace leave and shit. Okay, it's no big deal. It's just fucking whole. And I don't want it to be a whole and shit. I like it to be something special that we share between one another and shit. But if I have to sit up and be your fucking therapist and hold your hand and listen to your daddy issues and shit, like fuck it. I might as well get some pussy. Okay? I don't want your fucking pussy, okay? Alright, you strike me as someone that's seeking an identity outside of yourself or in another person and shit. That makes you inherently weak. So the things that you're talking about are a non sequitur. Alright? Looks like you're looking for an identity. I love the cowboy hat and the locks and shit, okay? Part of me wants to ask you if, your dreadlocks are like stapled to the inside of that fucking hat and whether or not you bought that fucking hat from the Slauson swap meet and shit, But that would be rude and shit. Now, I'm really not a fan of the facial jewelry and all that other crap, okay? If I just tell you that, then you'll say I'm some kind of sexist or misogynist. And, I want to tell you I am a misogynist. I'm a misogynist anarchist and shit. And there's a lot of me out there, okay? We're just tired of the bullshit. We're tired of being tired, okay? And even if we don't have a passport or travel anywhere, we just don't want to fuck with you, okay? Because it's too much hard work. It's not worth it. It's not worth the time to waste listening to your bullshit, sitting up on the phone with you, changing your fucking diaper and shit. Listen to this bullshit. You basically telling us, you women keep telling us, especially women like this, they keep telling us that basically they're a prostitute, okay? And you have to pay for their time and shit. And they have a compelling argument, which we don't give a fuck about. As each day passes, we get more and more, it just sounds like white noise and shit when you're talking and shit. And that's a goddamn shame and shit. It's not something of our making and shit, okay? That you guys, are the way you are. It's not our making and shit. It's your making, okay? Right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry you call yourself an ugly girl, but I must admit that, you would be looking at the headboard getting your cheeks clapped and shit before I spent one red dime on you, okay? And you know it too, okay? Let's get tired of this shit, stop talking about somebody's being predatory when you're trying to grip somebody out of their money and resources and shit, okay? You want something in trade. You want to trade something, like you want to trade your vagina for whatever you want, You're mad that you have to do that, okay? But that's just the way law averages. We didn't make the market. You're the ones out there selling your fucking peace leave and shit, okay? Clandestinely or not. Okay, your ideology is skewed and shit. You don't understand a goddamn thing about a fucking relationship. You're an old broad that already hit the wall. Okay? Alright, why don't you get over yourself? Alright, get over yourself. You sound like a fucking loser. Okay, man? You sound like a fucking loser and shit. You need to, stop playing games. Okay? Stop playing games. Come to someone genuine. Okay? You write all the shit. I dare you to, you next time you on your fucking Tinder or whatever dating app or Snapchats or whatever the fuck you use and shit, social media, you write on there all the shit you want on one column and then all the shit you ain't gonna do in the other column and shit. And leave that as part of your profile and see how many guys show up. Okay? And you can't use no thirst traps and shit. Maybe you got a big ass or something, which is the only reason somebody would be sitting in front of somebody is insufferable as you and shit. You're lacking personality. Okay? You're lacking charm and shit. You're sitting up here being an armchair, I don't know. I don't know what your pedigree is and whatnot. What qualifies you to even talk about this subject matter and shit, okay? We've seen legions of you women running your fucking mouth incessantly 24 hours a day for the last year and a half, or more about this passport shit. Okay? The only reason I'm talking to you right now is because, just to be honest with you and my viewers and shit, is I'm going to use this footage to fill my content quota on my own social media. Okay? That's the only reason I would even listen to this shit, Now, if you do have a nice body or something, maybe next time you want to do emotional damage or attack people and insult men, be a misandrist, be an asshole, maybe you make it do that in a state of undress and shit. Yes, it's boorish and shit, but I want to impress upon you that the only way I would tolerate your fucking ass if you had some ass I wanted, okay? And you ain't getting shit. And I ain't gonna sit up all night on no fucking phone with you while you cavelch and bitch about everything you don't have and everything you want, but you know you can't get. All right? I don't want to hear about all the limitations you put on yourself as a human being. Okay? I just want to go on a fucking date. All right? I like when somebody to talk to, have a decent conversation with. Can you do that without interjecting your personal issues or seeking validation and compliments and all that bullshit, which you ain't gonna get unless you bend over. All right? When you get out there and make it happen and shit, okay? This has been your fucking clapback, bitch.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.